sexual abuse survivor. I was abused at the young age of 7 by a close family member, and also I've been a single mother since pregnancy. I had my daughter when I was 21. I never received child support or any type of support from the father, so I was on my own. I was really poor. I was living paycheck to paycheck, and I lived in a really bad neighborhood in Chicago where there was like a drug war going on my block, literally across the street. There was always something happening, always shootings happening, and but it was all I could afford. I also dated bad men, and I was in a lot of toxic relationships. I didn't love myself. I had low self-esteem, negative attitude, and I was consistently searching for love and trying to find a man to complete me or complete my family. I also worked in a really toxic work environment that also added to a lot of the negativity that I was my negative attitude, I guess you can say. Um, and also because I struggled with money, I got myself into $25,000 worth of credit card debt. And that really, really held me back. And it was very stressful because um, that was the only way I could do it, though. I had to pay for diapers and formula somehow. I already was paying rent and car notes and insurance, and it's rough to do it on your own. So I got myself into credit card debt because, it saved me in the short term, but in the long run, it hurt me. Um, and then I was promoted to a new job downtown, which was completely opposite of the toxic work environment I was in previously. Everybody here, there's no drama when I went to work. Everybody went to work to work. So that was a completely different experience for me. And everybody had their bachelor's degree and their master's degree, and they were so intelligent and so good at what they did. So it really was inspiring to me. And that is actually what got me back into school. And when I turned 26, I was able to purchase my first condo, which was a really big deal for me because, I was very poor, but I got some assistance through low income. The organization is called Neighborhood Lending Services. It's a service in the city of Chicago for low income families that want to become home owners. So that actually really helped me out. And then I graduated with my associate's degree in 2017, which is another milestone for me because that was really hard because I was working full time, going to school part time, and raising my daughter by myself. So that was a huge deal. And then by the time I turned 30, I was 100% debt free because I had started teaching myself, educating myself about money and how it worked, how credit cards worked, how to invest your money, how to save money. So I started learning these things because I got really tired of being poor and I really wanted change in my life. Um, and then because I purchased that condo at a much lower rate, uh, my mortgage was cheaper than anything I had ever paid in rent. So because I had all that extra money every month, I was paying my debt down with that. And all my income tax checks were not spent on clothes and shoes. They were paying off my debt. So that was a sacrifice I made, but it worked because I got out of debt 100%. And that was the best feeling ever because I never thought I'd get out of it. Um, like I said, I became a landlord. I purchased 2 properties after that. And also I started blogging, and I created a blog called Jenny Says Blog. And that's where I talk about my sexual abuse and all of my stories of like how I saved money, how I got out of debt, my experience being a single mother and all that type of stuff. I love writing, and it's just something I enjoy doing, and it's kind of my outlet. It's the best way that I can express myself is through written words. And then in February of 2020, I was able to sell the first condo that I purchased, which was awesome. And that actually allowed me to quit my full-time job in March of 2020. And I was able to pursue entrepreneurship full-time. That's kind of been a dream of mine, and I've always thought about it and wanted it, and I finally made it happen. So that was a huge deal, and I'm super proud of that. And this past May, I just graduated with my bachelor's from UIC, from the College of Business. So I got my degree in business administration, and that was a huge milestone for me. I went full time in my last year, which was so hard because I was still working full time, and then finishing out school full time, and then still doing the whole parenting thing and all that stuff. So it was really rough, but I'm very proud of what I did. So